What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Whether you're tuning in for the first time, we really appreciate it, or if you've been with us for quite a while, we really appreciate it. I'm Jordan.
I'm Brian.
Today, we're talking about a really big name in the bottle, George T. Stagg. And if you can't tell, this bottle is empty.
Mm-hmm. This was a
these
bottle.
These glasses have something in it.
But it's not this.
Yeah, we didn't just kill this bottle off.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not. We're not sipping on this. This was a bottle that was around for. After I saw it, it lasted maybe 3 hours, 2 hours. This was a bottle killed the same night we got it. But it was for an event. Yeah. And we were sharing, my buddy Tom Lewis donated it to our event. He had Kindred Spirits, and they donated it to the event. And he shared this with, 15, 20, 30 people. It was supposed to have been 10, and then he couldn't cut it off, and he ended up sharing with half the room.
We killed the bottle, and I wanted to crawl under a table and die because I didn't realize what was happening. And Tom, being as nice as he is, was just very gracious. Yeah, with it and did not care.
But our thought process on bringing this bottle out was it's BAC Time. So these are coming back out. This was the last year's offering. 2024 is soon to be going out. I haven't heard or seen anybody getting it yet. Probably getting ready to hit your stores. So this is one that we wanted to discuss as far as some of the details of it, what we thought of it, what we would do, what we would pay. And I think anything in this the BAC line, you're probably, if you got it at retail, no brainer. Right. Doesn't matter what offering it is, you're probably going to take it. Right. But then there's other ones that cast a lot more.
Yeah. The BAC line, of course, includes this one: William LaRue Weller, Eagle Rare 17, Saz 18, and Thomas H. Handy. Let's go with first. Have you ever seen a bottle for sale at a store?
I have, but it was in a they weren't trying to sell it too hard. It was high. It was priced, I want to say it was around $700. Yeah. So it was a museum. Yep. Now $700, honestly, when you're comparing it to the secondary market, that's on the low end of what you sometimes will see this.
Kind of crazy to say that, but yeah, you're right.
But not something I would ever think of paying.
Only time I have seen it is, and I think you were there, the VIX lottery raffle.
Oh yeah.
Right to buy raffle last year. He had last year's George T. Stagg, and it survived two ticket draws. So for the first person took a Weller 12. The second person took an E.H. Taylor barrel proof. I don't know why I remember this. And then the third guy finally got a George T. Stagg. Guess who was number 4? And who got the Henry McKenna tenure? But and Keith was very generous, sold it at MSRP, which you don't really.
I forgot about that one. Yeah, let's say that was on up. We had the opportunity to buy if we would have been drawn. Jordan got drawn 4th. I think I got drawn 27th. So I think I got a Knob Creek 12.
Right. Hey, which is a great deal. It's a great deal. But yeah, so that's the only time I've ever seen it. Now, if I saw it or there was a right to buy a raffle, what would I pay for it? I'll let you go first on that because I think your threshold for those things is probably more than mine.
Yeah, for this bottle, just knowing how sought after it is, and I would almost,
and you have tasted it,
right? And tasting it and know what it offers. I would go up to $250 on it. That's probably even in the low. Or the high retail, honestly, and they would have to be at a liquor store. So I would never have an opportunity to find this anywhere else that I'd be able to get it for that price. So the chances of me getting this is pretty slim. But that's what I would go to. If I had the money, this bottle's probably worth in the $400 range. Okay. If I had money,
right. To burn. If you could just burn that on it. Yeah. I think I would agree with that. I think I'm probably still just a little bit lower, which means I'm never going to get this bottle. But I guess probably 200-ish for me. And, I was fortunate to taste it that night as well, and it was phenomenal. You have to really like proof. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the big thing. You got to really like proof. If you're out there and 130 proof isn't your thing, don't chase it. Don't worry about it because you're not going to enjoy it.
You're going to like it.
And that's okay. But I think what makes this one so sought after is the boldness that it does have, having tasted it. Would this be your top pick out of BTAC?
It probably would.
Okay.
This would be the one that when I tasted it, it gave me. I always talk about the rye experience when I get a really nice, exceptional rye. I get so many tasty elements out of it. I can't even
Kind of overwhelms you.
Put it into words what I'm tasting.
Overwhelms
when
you.
I drank that, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, this is pure heaven. I go, this is what it would be. Yeah, like the first day in heaven. This might be what I guess I shouldn't say that type of stuff. But if they're pouring bourbon, it might be this.
Right.
And because it is so good.
Yeah. Now you have a King of Kentucky. Would you prefer this over King of Kentucky?
No.
Okay.
Now, given the chance to buy, if they were the same price, I still have part of my King of Kentucky. Yeah. I would probably go with this because I don't have a bottle that's even got any left in it.
If you didn't have either one of them, knowing what both taste like,
I would go with King of Kentucky.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I really like the BTAC stuff that I've tasted. I've only tasted Stagg, the George T. Stagg, and the Thomas H. Handy. I feel like oftentimes you get in your mind what something like you kind of put things on a pedestal, and then you can taste those and be very let down. Kind of like people always say, don't meet your heroes, your famous celebrity heroes.
Yeah, they're gonna let you down. Yeah,
that's not the case with the BTAC stuff.
Right. From
my experience so far with the two that I have tasted. So,
I think I was just naive to think that like regular Stagg was going to be a transition to this and be close. It was not. Regular Stagg is amazing. I love regular Stagg, but this is so other level.
Different level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're at 250. I'm at 200. I'd say we're probably not going to find him for that unless Keith would get another one and we would win a right to buy because he does treat his customers very fairly.
I think Total Wine right to buy. I missed out on it this year, but I believe it was $179. What they were asking.
Okay, I'd have bought that. That for sure, for certain. All right. Well, let us know. Have you been able to purchase any BTAC? Maybe share. Maybe your threshold for what you're willing to pay is higher. We would like to know that. Mm-hmm. So put in the comments below, and no judgment. Judgment-free zone. If this bottle is worth $700 to you, go ahead and say that. That's fine. It doesn't bother me or Brian one bit at all. But we're going to, what we would suggest, if you do find this bottle, do not flip it. And second, open it and share it with your family and friends because that's what we're all about. So we're going to end this episode the same way that we always do, and that is when you're with your family and your friends, always share your whiskey.